Steve, Tracy.
The age-old debate over abortion and the laws that go with it taking center stage in Augusta today. Lawmakers are considering two bills this session that would take up that contentious issue.
WMTW News 8's Jim Keithley was at the State House today. And Jim, what are these measures about?
Well, Steve, now for 25 years, the so-called adult involvement law has been on the books, meaning women seeking to have an abortion are encouraged to have an adult involved, whether that be a parent, a guardian, or a trusted member of the family. Pro-life advocates say that's not enough. Minors seeking an abortion should be required to get parental consent.
These are our children. When it comes to the decisions that can potentially impact the rest of their lives, we should at least have a seat at the table.
The fact is that access to abortion makes women safer.
Dueling rallies on the lawn of the State House today, both sides of the abortion debate rallying the troops ahead of a public hearing on two bills before the Maine legislature that would change the current laws on the books when it comes to abortion rights.
We've had a law in this state for 25 years that has worked. And there is a saying, you know, if it's working well, if it's not broke, why fix it?
Pro-choice advocates say any change that limits access to abortion is a bad idea. They say the current laws have resulted in lower unintended pregnancy rates and declining abortion rates.
They should continue to embrace what's working and stand up to politicians who are more interested in finding ways to interfere in a woman's personal, private medical decisions by restricting access to safe and legal abortion.
Holding blue signs that said parental choice, pro-life advocates say Maine should follow the lead of other states that require written consent of a parent or legal guardian before an abortion could be performed on a minor or incapacitated person.
This is not an assault on reproductive rights. This is a way to keep parents informed. Parents have the right to know what is happening with their children, especially when it comes to a potentially life-altering decision as having an abortion.
The Christian Civic League of Maine says the current law has a loophole that cuts parents out of the equation, as minors only need to involve a trusted adult before an abortion is legally performed.
We think the parents should be involved. We don't think the state should work against parents. We should be working with them.
The consent bill is only one of two up for legislative debate this session. The other bill would require outpatient surgical abortion facilities to be licensed with the Department of Health and Human Services. Both of these bills expected to make it up to the full legislature within the next month. We're live in the studio. Jim Keithley, WMTW News 8.